So today what I'm gonna do right now, or why I'm standing before the camera, not behind the camera, is I wanted to go ahead and talk to you about my experience over the last 5,000 kilometers that I had with Dominar. So I'll break it down to three pieces or into three sections. First section is the costs, uh, how the breakup of these 5,000 kilometers have been. Second is the goods, and last is the areas of improvement. So let's start with it. I'll go ahead and look at my mobile phone during this time because I have taken these notes on my phone throughout whenever I had any issues, and I'll go ahead and read them out to you. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing is regarding the breakup. Out of the 5,000 kilometers, I did a trip to Hyderabad that was around 1,500 kilometers. Then I rode to Goa. That was another 1,500 kilometers.
Okay, Dom in the sand, and this is my first ever goddamn ferry crossing.
Uh, then I did Coorg. That was 600 odd kilometers round trip. And then finally this one. I think this one is about 500 odd kilometers one way. That and rest has been in the city. I would say in the city I have done about 500 kilometers. The initial 200 kilometers were done in the city. Then I got so fed up that I said, okay, let's take it to the nice ring road, and I did a couple of runs just to get away with the kilometers.
Can you see this guy? Come on. Let me just show you the traffic violators here. Two, three, four, five. Fuck you, bitch, on high beam. You're fucking educated assholes. Why don't you understand your life is more precious than mother?
Coming back to the fuel cost, the total fuel cost that I have done is about 14,000 rupees for these 5,000 kilometers. 2 rupees 80 paisa a kilometer. It's primarily because during my city rides, I prefer to use Shell V Power. Why I don't use Shell V Power on the long rides is I don't get Shell V Power across, and Shell V Power is about 85 rupees. Rest mostly on Indian Oil regular or extra premium as and when they were available. Now coming to the good things, fuel efficiency hovers around 30 if you maintain a speed between 110 to 120. You go up more than 120, then your average fuel efficiency will drop drastically. It will drop down to probably low 20s. Worst I have ever gotten is I think about 19 odd for a stretch that I was, I was, yeah, I was gunning the bike. It's very stable in high speeds, comfortable. 1,000 kilometers a day, like max I have done in a day is about 700 kilometers, Bangalore to Goa. Uh, no back pain, nothing. And in comparison, I was riding a Thunderbird before, and Thunderbird, yes, I have done 1,000 kilometers a day. 1,000 kilometers used to take about 16 to 18 hours because you can't sustain high speeds on a Thunderbird because of the vibration. This thing doesn't used to vibrate. The initial 1,000 kilometers it vibrated a lot. Then the vibrations came down. They came down even further after the second service, and I just texted the service manager saying, I don't know what you have done to the bike, but it kind of right now feels like a Honda Unicorn. Good morning. So today what I'm gonna do right now, the front tire had developed a bulge. Bajaj took care of it. I didn't have to go and work it out with MRF. The service center took care of it. I get my bike serviced at Amba Bajaj. Also, we got a chance last week to meet the folks from the Bajaj factory team, where they tried to figure out what the issues are and try to take product feedback. What else? Pretty stable, solid, low on maintenance. I have spent about 1100 rupees on engine oil. That was the first service was 1,000. The second service was 237 rupees. That was my total service cost. Mods that I've done on my bike. First is the windscreen. That was from Shayadri Motors. Link in the description below. That was around 2,500 rupees. Crash guards from Shayadri Moto. Link in the description below as well. I installed adjustable levers from the KTM Duke 390. That has helped tremendously in terms of highway riding comfort. Initially, my palm used to pain a lot. This left palm used to pain a lot because I have a tendency to keep 2 fingers on the clutch and 2 fingers on the brake. Brake lever was fine, but clutch lever I had issues because if I keep 2 fingers, then this palm used to touch there's a ridge between or where the handlebar grip ends and then the bar end weight starts. So my left palm, or this portion of my left palm used to rest there. That used to cause pain, but after installing the adjustable levers, that has been addressed. What else? I had an issue with the headlamp, the beam adjuster that kind of gave up. So my high beam was giving visibility around 15 feet and low beam around 10 feet while riding back from Goa. Bajaj again addressed that within 2 days. I just informed the service manager, and he got it taken care of, and I got a new headlamp assembly from Bajaj. Now coming back to the issues is the biggest issue that you have if you're planning to take this bike for touring is two things. First, you cannot mount a tank bag to this, or a magnetic tank bag to this, uh, or any sort of tank bag. If you're mounting a tank bag, you lose out on your telltale lights on the split console that you have. That is an issue. Second is the amount of fuel this bike carries. It's ridiculous. You have to hunt for a fuel pump every 280 kilometers. Yeah, during this ride, what I did is I used to stop at hunt for a fuel pump every at 100, 60, 170 kilometers and fuel up, because I didn't want to take any risk. Today being a Sunday, I don't know, there are rumors going around that fuel pumps will be closed and all. That was these two are the major issues. Other than that,
Hopefully I can take a U-turn here. I have to go all the way to their house to take a U-turn. It's so embarrassing. If there's no, sorry, I just came to take a U-turn because my bike won't take a U-turn on the road. All right.
mirror issue, I got it changed to the Thunderbird mirror, so that has been taken care for me. There are vibrations are there from the tanks, from the tank and the console, because there are plastic parts and there are some gap between the metal tank and the plastic tank cover. That's why there are vibrations. Uh, Probably you have to open the tank and put some kind of sound dampening material inside between the tank and the plastic, so it gets reduced vibrations. I strongly disagree from what Sergeant is saying, because I can feel that how my bike has smoothened out over the lot, and do understand that media test ride bikes, they are abused like hell, and some bikes have a different break-in cycle. So that's the thing. Other than that, there is the biggest risk that this bike has is you cannot switch off the ABS, and in dirt and gravel condition that actually poses a threat. So that if you're thinking of doing a lot of dirt and gravel situation, don't even look at this bike. I'm not kidding you at all. Don't even look at this bike if you're thinking of doing dirt and gravel a lot. The Deepak sir and his team taking Dominar across the Trans-Siberian highway. Best of luck to them. All the best, sir. Do good, and I'm sure you will come out in flying colors. They have switched the tires to TKC, which are fantastic on-off-road tires. Uh, yeah, so pretty much that's about it. And if you're thinking of riding the bike in city, I'm not the guy to I'm not the right guy at all. I found this bike to be very cumbersome in city traffic. The turning radius is huge. uh, what you need to do is realize, or if you want to basically see or feel the bike, when you're doing a test ride, take the bike to empty stretch of road or empty parking lot and try to do this low speed maneuvers. Try to take a U-turn without touching your feet, and then you'll realize that how cumbersome it is in city traffic. And if you primarily focus is on city, that you will just do commute, you are better off with any other bike rather than this bike is not meant to be ridden in city. This bike is meant to devour highways. This is what it does at its best. You have to stop at every 160 170 kilometers. That in a way is a good thing, or like every 200 220 kilometers you have to stop, so that it kind of forces you to stop and take a break. Otherwise you can actually go ahead and continue like non-stop for about 400 500 kilometers on this bike, had it not been for the fuel range. Plans for this year, I think I'll probably be completing another 10,000 kilometers this year. Got a couple of rides planned. Don't know. I have the dates in my head. I'll be riding with a couple of my friends to the north, maybe to the west as well as to the northeast. Let's see how those things pan out. So yeah, that's this short short crisp 5,000 kilometer review. I know I've been blabbering a lot, so I'll shut up now and enjoy the complete video. Thank you.